And vocational educational training, what is the future of this? Well, I'm a strategy professor from the beginning, so I have, of course, there are different alternatives. This seems to be a strategy where we say a little bit more of the same that we had before. Other strategies could be to have something completely new. But again, if we have to have something completely new, it's extremely difficult to get the political support for that. So I think it's a fair compromise. But first of all, we have it to be more attractive. It should be so that you are proud of having a vocational training, and also that you as parents are proud of it, because they are needed. And at the moment, it seems so that you are more proud of having a university degree than have to do something with your hand and technology. It needs to be changed because the society needs these people. Then we also need access and flexibility. And it seems, I've been in Malta the last day supporting the process on developing the quality systems here. And hearing from the discussions that it's almost impossible for one student to get access and to get acceptance for the skills they have arrived in one institution at Malta in another one here. It's easier to go abroad to get the recognition and then come back again. I think that should not be the case. We need to have a cooperation on that level, and we need to focus on the learner and not on the institutions on this. Inclusive, it's the social aspect, but also to bring everybody in. And then, of course, this has to be done in the order to support the internationalization of the economy, because the only way, I think you as an island know that, the only way you can earn and get money is to get them from outside, because you cannot do it internally. So we need some export. We need somebody to pay for our wealth and to contribute to that. These are the visions for vocational education and training at that time, and quality is a major part of it. I have taken 5 main visions. I would go through only some of the details, but just to show the level of thinking and the level of argumentation at European level. So there are activities for each of these. And if we look at what's good quality, I think the main contribution for quality is the trainers, teachers. We have countries in Europe where it's very acceptable to be a teacher. We have other countries where it's downgraded very much, and it's not acceptable, and it's not nothing you have to be proud of to be a teacher. It has to be changed. The teachers have to be, and I think in societies like ours, where we only have people, it must be one of the most important persons we have. Lots of other activities, the combination between what you learn in the schools and in enterprises with work-based learning is very, very important in vocational educational training. Lifelong learning, again, I think it would be one of the ideas when we look, hopefully, back from 2020 to now, say that we have merged the learning activities. So the universities, the vocal, and also the basic have one line and acceptance in between, and not to be separate sectors anymore, at least not when we talk about validation. We need to invest in entrepreneurs. We need to have new people. But again, there we have a challenge because many entrepreneurs did it without school education. In fact, many of them would say that the school was one of the problems for them, so they found another solution. So again, how can we organize that? Is it more activities in the schools or not? The social, I would take, no, I'll pass that. And there's a lot of activities also going across these different actors, because we need to include a number of actors in solving these problems. And at the end, European sources and support, because there's a lot of experience, and I think every country have been in the same situation and had the same kind of problems. So we can benefit from the cooperation. And the structures exist, and you are also represented in that. Now, back to the even more details about quality and quality assurance. The idea from the Commission side is that every member state are going to have quality assurance frameworks. And frameworks is a broad way of defining a system or structure for working with quality. So the Commission are not defining which kind of structure you need, but just telling you that you need a structure. You need a philosophy, you need a quality religion, but you can decide which one you would have. And also that you have it implemented not only at the schools, but also in relation to learning partners, to enterprises, and so on. But what is quality? I think none of us have anything against quality. It's a positive word. But again, if we had the time, each of you could write down what you find would be quality. And I think we would have different opinions on that. But we will also realize that quality is something we invent ourselves. We set up what is good quality, what is bad quality. And if there are more than two persons, I think they have the risk of disagreeing in this or to finding a solution at least. So we need to accept that we construct the quality and we have the responsibility for deciding what is good quality here and what is bad quality. We work with a very simple quality cycle. And I think that's one of the benefits from this European work, that we have agreed in to be simple. This can be extremely advanced if we want to do it, but we have tried to keep it simple. We have a planning phase where somebody sets the objectives, then we have the implementation where you do the training. After that, there's some follow-up there's an evaluation of this, and then from that feedback, and maybe we change the objectives and the goals and the plans we had. Very, very simple structure. But again, if we look at most countries, it has been very difficult to follow this. At European level, when we started this, the review part was extremely weak. Most countries made reforms in education every 3 or 4 or 5 years, but without any link between the evaluation and the planning part. It's a political decision. We just go for it and then find the argument for it. I think it has changed now that we have the possibility to benefit from the knowledge from many actors on this. And it's also what's possible here at Malta. And behind this, there are indicators, structures, measurement, how to measure the quality. But again, this is a structure that we are doing in the hope of creating a better world and a better Europe.